Spider-Man is right around the corner and I am absolutely hyped for it. But excitement aside, as some of you know, I've been uploading a weekly reminder to count down how long the game has till it releases on PC later this week. Personally, I just consider this a birthday gift for me since my birthday was just a few days ago. So happy birthday me, and this is a very nice present I can't wait to play. But anyways, getting down to business, we already got a trailer detailing the features coming along with the PC port of the game, and the system requirements have also been provided as well. So I'll cover this first before moving into pricing and showing you some of the PC gameplay leaks. Starting off, we'll be going over the specs required to run the game optimally. Obviously, specs vary among different graphical presets that you can customize till you find what works for you. I really like how Sony has given us a detailed table specifying what the likely results of your configuration will be, so at a glance you can estimate what category you fall into. For now, we'll take a look at the first three categories, which are split into the very low, medium and very high presets. Starting off with the low presets, you require a GTX 950 or an AMD equivalent, which I feel is pretty fair and nice at the same time as it makes the game available to a wide audience of people. You also require 8GB RAM, which of course is reasonable, paired with an Intel i3 4th Gen CPU or AMD equivalent, which is quite nice as you don't need a high CPU to be able to run it. You will also need about 25GB of storage, which to be honest I don't really have much of left, so I'm definitely going to have to find a way to make some space so I can be able to play the game as soon as I can. Honestly, just going by the minimum requirements alone, they are quite similar to God of War, so I would say they might have similar performance. Going by the table, you should be hitting around 30 FPS at 720p, assuming you have a configuration similar to these specifics. Now, for my Intel gaming brethren, it's kinda hard to see how the game will perform, but theoretically it should run, so we'll find out more on launch day I guess, which is just 2 days from now as of the time of making this video. For the medium to high presets, which is where I fall into personally, we're going to be able to run the game at a smooth, clean 60 FPS, assuming you're equipped with an Nvidia GTX 1060 graphics card or an AMD GPU of similar make. Since we're playing at a higher native resolution of 1080p with increased graphical presets, it makes sense we would need 16GB of RAM to make this work efficiently. Even more so, we're also recommended to have at least a Core i5 4th Gen or AMD Ryzen 5 1600 CPU. I don't really know much about AMD CPU, so whatever works for you I guess. Next up, we have recommendations for 4K gaming, which as it seems, if you want to enjoy the game at that resolution 60fps, you need at least a Nvidia GeForce RTX 3070 or an AMD Radeon RX 6800 XT. God, my brain. Paired with 16GB of RAM and an Intel Core i5 11 Gen CPU or AMD Ryzen 5 3600 CPU. Now bear in mind, this probably means that if you are playing on a lower resolution than 4K, you can possibly run the game at very high settings without needing an RTX 3070, I'm guessing. I don't really know much about ray tracing since I don't use it, but for those of you who do, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'd really like to hear your input on this. With the specs covered, we can move on to the graphic features newly available in the PC version of Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. According to Insomniac Games, their goal was to make this game a visual stunner on the PC platform, and that meant opening up extensive configurability to PC players with varying hardware, as well as introducing some new techniques and tools to push things even further. Ray traced reflections are available across the game for those with hardware that supports them. Reflections also have varied quality levels, one of which is a new, higher quality ray traced mode that offers even more city detail when web swinging and fighting crime in Marvel's New York. And for those of you with an RTX graphics card, we are also getting Nvidia DLSS, which improves frame rates as well as DLL that boosts image quality. Beyond choosing upper resolutions, the game also supports a wide variety of display ratios, including ultra-wide 21:9, panoramic 32:9, and Nvidia surround multi-monitor setups. Many other rendering systems are more customizable than they have been in the past, with additional quality level and algorithmic options. These include SSAO, texture filtering, LOD quality, shadows and more. They support windowed, full screen and exclusive full screen rendering modes. In addition to PC graphical features, there are multiple peripherals and customization options with PlayStation DualSense wireless controller support. PC players will get to experience adaptive trigger feedback and amazing haptic response while battling Marvel's iconic villains. There is also mouse and keyboard support, which during gameplay and throughout the game's UI provide a completely different customizable control option for those who prefer it. With Steam input support, there are innumerable remapping options available, and the game will also offer multiple accessibility features. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered will also support achievements and cloud saves on both Steam and Epic Games Store. Moving on to pricing, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered PC will be available on both Steam and Epic Games, with it being $60 on Steam and $50 on the Epic Games Store. There is also a pre-purchase item pack which includes an early unlock for 3 Spider-Man suits, that being the tech-heavy Iron Spider suit, the one-of-a-kind Spider-Punk suit, the original Velocity suit. It also includes an early unlock of the Spider Drone Combat Gadget and 5 extra skill points to spend on Spidey upgrades. In regards to gameplay, I'll leave a link to the video in the description, so be sure to check that out. Also, if you are curious what my specs are, be sure to check out the card I'm going to leave up above. Well everyone, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Spider-Man. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.